What's going on, everybody? Little change of scenery, as you can see behind me. Lena and I bought a house. So I don't know if I've announced that on this channel. I've posted on Instagram a couple of times, but this past Saturday we moved in officially, and so we're currently still living out of boxes, but it's coming along. That is why we are blessed with this beautiful dining room light. First question that was submitted: dream athlete to shoot. Man, that's tough. I've already gotten to film with a bunch of athletes, like through the LCC programs, but I think if I got to do like a one-on-one shoot, for like personal freelance, I would have to say Trevor Lawrence or Aaron Judge. Those are kind of like my two favorite athletes, just on all-around sports, to be honest. That would be pretty insane. Cringiest effects/editing techniques. Man, honestly, I really hate like the 8mm film burns, and then like, I don't know, like lately I've just been seeing this like white flash effect going off. People who use that just like are not good. Nah, I'm just kidding. I actually don't have any like pet peeves or any editing techniques that I don't like. Also, if you guys haven't met Saint, this is Saint. What's up, guy? Did you go to school for photography? No. I did want to go play tennis. I played tennis in college for 1 year. I did want to go play tennis at this art school in Savannah, Georgia called SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design. They had a pretty decent tennis team, and it's one of the top film schools one of the top art schools in America. And it was really close to home, so that would have been really cool. But no, I did not attend school for videography or photography. If you didn't live in Tampa, where would you be living? Well, we would probably be living in North Florida, Dallas, Texas. That's 2, right? Yeah, that's 2. Or somewhere around Atlanta, Georgia. Jacksonville, that's where my siblings live. My mom lives about 45 minutes from there. It's a big metro, so there's a bunch of athletes, a bunch of work. Dallas is because I used to live in... Dadgum, dude. Dallas is because I used to live in Arkansas, so it was about 3 hours from Dallas. My dad used to live in Dallas. And I just like the Texas area. I think it'd be like a good switch up. And then Atlanta, because my wife's parents live about 3 hours south of Atlanta. And then obviously Atlanta's a big metro, got some good work. And then I also used to live probably 45 minutes outside of Atlanta. So I've moved around quite a bit as a kid. But yeah, those three spots for sure. I was planning on getting up and moving for this video, but this guy has decided otherwise. Oh. Biggest role model. I don't really have like role models who I just like look up to all the time. It's kind of like in phases almost. So like right now I'm super big into like Alex Hormozy, loving all the business content that he's been putting out, because that's something that I'm trying to get better at in like this season of my career. Is definitely the more business savvy side of things. So Gary Vee, you can throw him in there. And as far as the film side, it'd be like Sam Colder, Jay Alvarez, Peter McKinnon. Yeah, so that's a good little list of guys, I would say. How did you get into sports photography and videography? I got into like sports videography and photography. Oh my gosh. I got into sports videography and stuff in high school. I've always been into photography and videography. It's always been a hobby of mine. Creating of some sort. The actual job of like sports videography and stuff. I grew up playing sports my whole life. Every year of my life until after college, I had some sort of sport in, spring or fall. I just didn't know anything else. That's what I enjoyed most. And so I was like, why not combine the two? And then kind of around when I dropped out of college is when I figured out that it was a real profession, and you could make a living off of it. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And so that is when I went into it, really. Biggest regret. Honestly, okay. I don't really have that many regrets. Like, it's just, I try not to like ponder on the past too much. Honestly, it might be not starting this YouTube channel sooner. I mean, I have YouTube videos from 7 years ago, because I loved it. It was fun. It was another creative outlet. When I started actually pursuing videography as a career, I kind of put it on the back burner, and I really wish that I would have like kept it up. Best cheap purchases. I'm assuming this is for videography and photography. So I would definitely say a shotgun mic is pretty affordable for most people, especially like the Rode video mic. Gosh, what else? I would say a monopod if you're doing sports. I think a monopod is essential. It just adds another layer of stabilization that helps a lot. And then I would say a fun one would be the Black Pro Mist. Is that what this thing's called? I have no idea how this footage is gonna turn out. Like, I don't know if it's gonna look like how I thought it was gonna look. But it looks pretty cool on the screen right here. I forgot how much it was actually. I don't know, just something to have a little fun, a little bit more creative. So, advice for someone trying to find a job in sports photography. I can give you one resource and one resource only, and that is Teamwork Online. So that is like the gold mine for all sports jobs. Just start sending applications in. It's as easy as that. So definitely Teamwork Online. But other than that, I swear I say it all the time, but just networking with anybody and everybody you can find. Build those genuine relationships and go from there. Why did you get married so young? I'll have to take a seat for this one. The reason why I got married so young, I never intended on getting married. Like I didn't plan on getting married at 21 years old. Was it 21? Dang, I was 21 when I got married, right? Yeah, I was 21 years old. Yeah. So I didn't plan on getting married at 21 years old when I was 18. Like I thought it'd be way later than that. I thought I'd still be in college, doing that whole thing, playing sports, whatever. It was kind of just how my life unfolded and how my wife's life unfolded. All the cards just kind of fell into place. It was something that we prayed about a lot. I don't know, it was blessed enough to happen like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting married this young. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting married way older. For us, it just seemed like it made sense. We didn't really see why we should wait any longer. She was out of school. I had a job. We were moving in together into Tampa. But regardless of how young we are, I think it was just God's will and his plan for her and I. And that's where we're at right now. I thought marriage was pretty intimidating, but I'm super grateful for where Lena and I are in our marriage. It is pretty crazy to think about where we are at this point in our life, buying a house together. We both have jobs that we really love, and then we have a great community around us as well to keep this marriage going. Marriage is super hard when you're trying to just figure out stuff, just the two of you. And so it's really cool that Lena and I have a great community of friends, in the church and whatnot, here in Tampa, St. Pete. So that was a little marriage rant, but yeah, it's a blessing, honestly, to be married this young and just have somebody to do life with. So I'll leave it at that. When are you going to come on the Stories of Triumph podcast? Well, thankfully, I just actually hopped on that podcast yesterday. That was actually one of the best podcasts I've ever done. It was so fun. Jonathan made it super comfortable. So super stoked to see when that comes out, and I will be dropping the link when that comes out as well. What is your favorite of your 3 LCC jobs? So for those of you who don't know, I get the pleasure of working with the NHL, the NFL, and the MLB. Honestly, they all are insane atmospheres. This year it's gonna be a little different because Tom Brady's not playing anymore. So I'm not sure how that whole team vibe is gonna go. I would say if I'm just comparing 2022 seasons, I would say NFL is my favorite. Tips on getting credentialed for events. So I don't have much experience of getting credentialed for events. I just kind of finagled my way in with, athletes that were on the field or whatnot, or I was there with somebody who already had the credential for me. Connections will go a long way, networking will go a long way. And then making sure your portfolio is good. I don't really want to speak on something that I don't know much about, so I'm probably just gonna leave it at that. Best advice for a post-grad that didn't major in photo or video that has a desire to pursue it as a career. I think I would just say it how I would tell anybody else who wants to pursue it in general. I don't really think it matters that if you graduate or not, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be starting from scratch just like somebody who didn't graduate. So I would definitely focus on trying to connect with the local athletes in your area. Maybe try to find some guys in some local high schools that are committed to colleges. Every high schooler that I've ever met will always want photo and video. So I would definitely start there, build up your portfolio, and then go from there. Start networking, kind of figure out what route you want to go, maybe what sports you want to do,
you know, if you like the editing side better, the filming side better, whatever you want to do. But I would definitely start with trying to work with your local high schools and the athletes in those schools. Best way to find clients. It kind of depends on what clientele you're looking for. If you're looking for like, you know, social media edits for players or, you know, teams, maybe that route. I would honestly either go to maxpreps.com and kind of see like who are the best players on those teams, or I would go on Instagram, TikTok, and then I would type in like Duval athlete. That was the county of Jacksonville. I would type in like Jacksonville athlete, Duval athlete, Jacksonville football, Jacksonville basketball, and then 9 times out of 10, that's how I would find the local basketball players who I hadn't met yet, so I didn't know them, and that's how I found my little clientele when I was first starting out. Where do you want to be in 5 years? I would say in 5 years, man, I definitely, just keep building on BlumbergFilm, but more so make it a production company. This calendar year, I'm trying to make some money moves, figure out what's best for BlumbergFilm as a whole. There's just a lot going on, and that I'm not going to speak about just yet because I don't like speaking about anything before it comes to fruition. Definitely want to stay in the freelance world in the next 5 years for sure. That is going to do it for this little Q&A in the new crib. Seriously though, let me know if you guys actually want to see like a little house tour. I'm also going to be posting like an office tour. Still trying to, you know, do some unboxing and whatnot, but that'll be coming very soon. I really appreciate if you guys would like and subscribe. That really goes a long ways, and I really appreciate it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see more of. I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.